Hey guys, JR again, Markets Operating Alliance. And today, as usual, my publisher said I need to build content. Thank you, Mr. D. I have to do it, and there's a lot I want to share, a lot that is happening. Yeah, it's going down, of course. It went up like 120% in like less than 2 years. The market has to come down. Of course, PEs were all crazy. Shakari, blah, 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 blah. We heard the stories. Facebook is coming to a point where it's very attractive. But this video series will be, you never see it coming. So what happened is a lot of people get distracted, and because we have all these algorithms kind of figuring who is doing what, when they're doing it, what exchanges they're doing, if they're placing their trades, their options trades on the CBOE or is the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. I don't really care, but it gives me a certain idea how they're prepping everything. I will talk more about that in future videos. So this is not just kind of saying, oh, institutional buyers. It's not that. There's a lot of guys with deep pockets that can buy options and make you think they're setting up something. But at the end of the day, a lot of the trades on like, and I have seen working these years, are the ones that you never pay attention. Because you're super distracted chasing NVIDIA, AMD, AMC, GameStop, and the rest. So today for the blog, I want to start this new series. You never see it coming. Guess what's happening on Citigroup, Citibank. So I think it was yesterday around 10. Yeah, actually that's where the algorithms basically said. 10 a.m., 10 a.m. and 14 minutes, someone dropped, allocated, whatever you want to call it, $1 million in Citigroup. Now, they did this on this particular expiration, September 16, the 5750 call option. Now, the thing is, as you can see, I'm waiting for this to refresh for the day, and that will happen when the market opens. But we're talking, there you go. You see? So yesterday, someone bought 10,000 contracts. 10,000 contracts in one single shot, one single hand. It's like you go to Vegas and you're betting $10,000 when the minimum on the table is, I don't know, it cannot be 10,000, but the idea is that you're betting on one single hand on blackjack, $10,000. That's pretty much the way it looks. It's quite, it's unorthodox, that's the word I'm looking here. Yeah. So it's not something that will happen all the time. Now, at the time, as you can see, now we have a full. That means that actually they're in the open interest. It's adding that we're not selling to close, they're buy to open. And the open interest at the time had 8,842 contracts. And then you have someone popping with 10,000 contracts, $1 million. And that's for September 16. About that, what else? They pay 148. We can actually get it today for 116. I still have to check for the spread. I will update the post today. I will add this video to the post so you guys can come check it out. So this is a lot of what you're going to find from me. This is the kind of detail, information, detail, intel, because we have all these guys on the surveillance, and I can see when the whole thing pops. Now, there's always this idea that it has to be a lot of money. No, the target trade, this one guy opened his eyes with $1.8 million. That was a 70x, 70 times return on one trade. I'll tell you the story. I will record another video. I'll tell you the story of how one guy, I'm just a little bit sexist, it could be a woman, I don't know if it was a cat, but someone opened her eyes yesterday on the target trade. That thing collapsed 26% with $1.8 million. How much money they put on the line? $27,000. That was it. $27,000, 70x. I have all the data. I will show you exactly how that thing went down. But today, you never see it coming, Citigroup. On top of that, and I thought it was a joke, but it's not a joke. Look at what it's doing. The whole thing is doing on the monthly level. Look at the monthly level so far, plus 2.30% for the month. The S&P crushing it. Yeah, crushing it to the downside. That's what it's doing. But I think this level, either we hold the 3,800, we just see the 3,600, that will be it. I mean, from there, a lot of global fund managers, they have plenty of liquidity, and they will just come back and buy everything. So the end is near. we'll see how you play out, because it's not just about buying puts. There's a lot of understanding that puts right now are very expensive. Everyone is hedging or betting on the downside. Now is a bear market. Now, right? CNBC? Now, exactly. That's what it is, Jim Cramer? Clown. But yeah, at the end of the day, what caught my attention is that after hours, just to close this video, I don't want to make it too long. After hours, we have a little bit of activity now, yes, on an institutional level. I'm not sure. I have to figure if it was a rebalancing, but I don't think it was a rebalancing. We have someone picking $74 million worth. I repeat, $74 million worth of stock in Citigroup at a price of $49.35. Why? So that's a lot of money. So that's what we know. And I'm just going to point this with the orange level right there. That's $70 million. So if this goes well, just by this move, all right, 13%, 14%, you're making $7 million in that position. Do I think it's a buy? Yes, I do think it's a buy. I'm gonna be biased and say this is a buy. The monthly looks still bearish on my indicators. Everyone knows I use Hawkeye Trader. It's not a secret. I love the tools. Thank you, Randy, for everything. Nigel. But besides the rest of the algorithms for data, it's a bunch of setups that we have. So that's pretty much what I wanted to look at today. So the last thing, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say today. Right. So one more thing, and let me just remove this. If I look at the price action from the low, this is 1, this is 2, this is probably 3. The price action coming from the pandemic. So we look at a potential rebound from this level for Citigroup from the 61.8% trend Fibonacci. It's trend Fibonacci because it's from we're buying, so we're buying the direction of the trend. It will have to come all the way to $31 to collapse that bullish trend. We're still in a bullish trend. 61.8, it's a key level. Europeans love to trade this level. This is a big correction. It's time for us to buy. And if you trade stocks, potentially you can take on your money 60% on Citigroup. I wouldn't say in the next 12 months. I will bet for 18 months in advance as a potential 60% return. But we want to maximize in the short term with little risk. So at the end of the day, I'm looking for the 57.50 call for September 16. Pay no more than $1.50. Take advantage of what it is. Whoever plays the $1 million trade did it at 1.48, $1.48. You can do it now, probably 116. Pay no more 150. Okay. Do not go all in. I repeat, do not go all in. Okay. Now, if you have a little bit of experience, you're using this research to position yourself. That's a different story. Remember, never go all in. Look for the extra bucks. Look for those extra dollars per month. If you have $500, try it with $500. Some of my clients are doing it with $2,000, and then we sell contracts. That's how you keep yourself in the business. The more risky dudes and people that are more into pushing everything to the end, I'd probably trade to look for 200%. The contract high was $12, so it's not. If there's a market rebound, if the S&P rebounds from 3,880, which is, I think it's right now, where's the S&P 500 now? Yeah, 380.96, you see it's trying to go back to 3,900. So if that happens, if you look at this from this perspective, and we go back to attack the almost 4,100, this could be an excellent trade. Conservative speaking, I'm looking for a 100% return. I will say that I will exit all at a 200% return. On my money, all the way to September, if I take these by July, is a big win, okay? Guys, thank you so much. A little bit extra content today, but I want to make sure you get everything. Wall Street is not going to, walk over us as it used to. I won't let that happen, all right, guys? Thank you so much. I never forget. I say this all the time and will never get tired of saying, someone always knows. You know it. Write it down. See you in the next video. Ciao.